Hello everyone, it's time for another EU news update, and we have a whole lot to cover today. As always, for any merchandise that I mention in this video, there will be links in the description to either buy or pre-order them. For anything you get off Amazon, be sure to go to smile.amazon.com to have a portion of what you spend, at no additional cost to you, go towards the Twin Suns Foundation, a charity dedicated to donating the Star Wars books to schools and hospitals. Thank you. The expanded universe continues to live on in the Essential Legends collections. EU books are still being printed with brand new cover art in the trade paperback format. As we've already discussed, Wave 4 is coming in August with X-Wing the Krytostrap, Death Troopers, and Darth Maul Shadowhunter. In addition, Krytostrap and Darth Maul Shadowhunter are both receiving full unabridged audiobooks for the first time. We also discussed the books in Wave 5, which were already leaked to be X-Wing the Bacta War, Revan, and Deceived, coming this November. Well, those leaks turned out to be accurate, and the covers of Wave 5 have all been revealed. And following the pattern from previous waves, you're probably not too surprised to learn that X-Wing the Bacta War is going to receive an unabridged audiobook for the first time. I think these covers are pretty good, especially the Revan and Deceived books. Fun fact with the artwork on the Revan cover, this is actually the first illustrated depiction of Darth Nihilus. Because of these re-releases, I've actually seen bookstores where the Legends section outnumbers the Canon section, and I believe if the sales of the Essential Legends collection books are good enough, that they could actually compete with the new canon. And I think it may lead to a pretty good shot at getting new Legends books as well someday. Like the previous waves, I certainly plan to get these books as well. Speaking of reprints, through the YouTube channel Near Mint Condition, Marvel has announced the Epic Collection of the Old Republic Volume 5 to be released on March 7th, 2023. This volume will contain all 3 of the Knight Errant trade paperbacks, as well as Jedi vs. Sith. And this will be the first time that Jedi vs. Sith will be included in a collection like this with other comics. Previously, it had only had an individual trade paperback and a hardcover graphic novel. Speaking of epic collections, Tales of the Jedi Volume 2 was released on June 28th. I already mentioned this in my last news update, how this is the first physical collection of the Tales of the Jedi comics in 15 years. With its release, there are now 40 Star Wars Epic Collections in the United States, but personally, I think this is one of the most important. And apparently, several people agree with me. I've been tracking its sales on Amazon. It was the #1 selling graphic novel in the Marvel category for several days. Then it fell down a few places. And then on day 8, it shot back up to #1. Pretty good for a non-canon comic, right? Seriously though, Tales of the Jedi is my favorite Star Wars comic, so I can't recommend it enough. In international news, which I always love talking about, and I love it even more if it helps you guys out. Well, July is an interesting month, because it doesn't seem like any EU comics are coming out in Italy. But in France is the exact opposite. This month, they are overflowing with Darth Vader love. On the 5th, they received a whole series of Darth Vader Legends trade paperbacks, appropriately titled The Legend of Darth Vader. These include Fatal Mission, The Jedi Purge, Crossing the Desert, The Phantom Prison, The Ninth Assassin, Terror in the Darkness, Boba Fett Enemy of the Empire, Vader's Quest, Betrayal, and In Yavin Shadow. If you're French, and you're a fan of Darth Vader, you gotta be excited by all of this. I like to think that I do a pretty good job at keeping up with Star Wars releases, particularly if they're related to the EU. As much as I hate to admit it, every once in a while, I miss something pretty big. In December 2021, we actually got Star Wars Expanded Universe puzzles. Full credit to Christopher Nelson for his videos on this one. I had no idea they even came out. One is the picture of Santa Yoda from the cover of Star Wars Adventure Journals number 8, and the other is one that I think looks really cool. It's the covers of the Star Wars Expanded Universe video games throughout the years. These look like they would be a blast to put together. I apologize that I forgot to mention them when they came out, but if you're interested, links will be in the description. And though it's not really EU news, according to yakface.com, Amazon has started processing and shipping pre-orders for the 6-inch Black Series figure of George Lucas wearing Stormtrooper armor. Just some fun merchandise starring the creator himself, with a removable helmet and blaster accessories. And finally, moving on to video game news. I always enjoy giving credit to Aspyr for porting older EU games to modern consoles, and they usually do great work. Unfortunately, I have to put them on blast here, because their Switch port of KOTOR 2 has been plagued with the game crashing for several people. And even worse, a game-breaking glitch that crashes the game at an important cutscene and literally made the game unbeatable. I don't know if everyone who played the port experienced this, but something that major should have been caught before the game was released. Aspyr, to their credit, did end up fixing the game in a patch, but it took a couple of weeks. Hopefully moving forward, Aspyr learned from all this, and the next port will be released in a more complete state. And I am still really looking forward to playing the restored content DLC when it gets released later this year. But what do you all think? Please let me know in the comment section below.